Holy cow! What a difference a day makes! 2 days ago, on March 15th, AliBaba, ticker symbol BABA, closed at $73.28 after sinking all year, after peaking a year ago in April at $245 per share, representing a dismal loss of 70% of value over the course of less than a year. Yesterday, March 16th, 2022, AliBaba had a complete turnaround and in just one day ran up over 36% to close just under $105 per share. What happened? Why did it go down so dismally over the last year, and what caused AliBaba's dramatic one-day turnaround? Will AliBaba continue to soar back to its lofty highs of last year? Hello and welcome to Stock Market Fever. AliBaba and other Chinese equities have been pummeled for over a year owing to a combination of regulations, COVID-19 fears, and national economic concerns. Additionally, AliBaba and other stocks listed in China were down sharply in the last couple of weeks due to the threat by the Securities Exchange Commission to delist firms that couldn't provide 3 years of consecutive financial records being audited by US-based CPA firms, as required by a law passed under President Trump, or risk being delisted from exchanges. This trend accelerated. Much of AliBaba's share growth over the past years has been due to their reporting excellent numbers in their financial reports. And while AliBaba is, according to AliBaba's reporting, audited by Hong Kong firm PwC, the lack of oversight by a U.S. accounting firm leaves questions about the credibility of their numbers. The regulatory crackdown on technology companies in China, according to Chinese financial officials, may be coming to an end shortly. State media said they also intend to assist international company listings and build capital market stability, quote, as quickly as possible. Beijing is preparing to give ground on the disclosure of Chinese audit information in an effort to comply with the Trump law, which threatens more than $2 trillion of shares in U.S.-listed Chinese companies. But concerns that Beijing will actually allow full disclosure remain, and the United States accounting watchdog is demanding that Beijing give it complete access to audits of Chinese companies that trade in New York, setting a high bar for any settlement that permits the companies to keep their New York listings. Therefore, we at Stock Market Fever cannot recommend buying into this euphoria-fueled rally, as it remains unknown if Beijing will cooperate enough, allowing sufficient financial records and auditors' notes to be released to U.S. oversight accounting companies to prevent being delisted. Also, the threat remains as to what those records might reveal. Might U.S. accounting companies look at AliBaba and determine that their glowing financial growth numbers have been less than truthful? Might U.S. CPA firm audited financials require massive revisions in AliBaba's earnings and growth numbers? Might they be actually showing little to no growth or even a loss? And geopolitical risk remains. Long-standing trade tensions between the U.S. and China have not been resolved, and though there seems to be no pressure from the Biden administration to take any action against China, might China's aiding of Russia in pursuing its invasion of Ukraine change the wind in Washington and have both parties start pressuring China via a new trade war? Between the uncertainty of AliBaba's being delisted by the Securities and Exchange Commission, the unknown risk of their financial statements revealing a negative story with a U.S.-based audit, and the increasing possibility of trade tensions between the U.S. and China, we at Stock Market Fever believe it's just too risky to ride the AliBaba euphoria train. Of course, it is possible that these fears are overblown, But why risk jumping in on Alibaba when there are so many other worthy investments you can make without the fear of these unknowns? But what do you think? Where do you think Alibaba is going? Is this an undervalued stock due to these fears, and will it climb back toward its 245 high? Or is this a value trap, ready to snap on the heels of any investor who dares to take the bait? Please leave your thoughts in comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe to Stock Market Fever for future stock market alerts.